A very good morning to you all students. Today we are going to just read out about bases. I think yesterday class or day before yesterday we have learned about acids. What are the properties, each and everything about acid. Today we are going to learn about bases. What are the general properties of bases, uses of bases, difference between acid and bases, and indicators. This will be the main highlights of today's our topic, and the rest of other topics we are going to study on another lecture. So let's start. What the bases are. The substance like baking soda that are bitter in taste and have soapy touch are called bases. The nature of such substance is said to be basic. The bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. That means better you know what the better means. Do you know what the word better means? It is just we can say in Hindi kadwa, like that. So these are the bases and they have a simply soapy touch. Means while just we are rubbing on our hand, we will feel that both are having soapy touch, and they used to be said as basic form, and they are soluble in water. Which base are soluble in water? They are called alkalis. For example, sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, potassium hydroxide, KOH, etc. are alkalis. Alkalis are corrosive in nature and harmful to skin. Same as baking soda does not have sour taste. That means in acidic we have seen that they are sour in taste, but basics are bitter in taste. So therefore it cannot be an acid. It has a bitter, that is we can say, just now I have said you, kadwa taste. When we rub a solution of baking soda between our fingers, it feels soapy or slippery to touch. So what does it means? When we just take the solution of baking soda between our fingers and we used to rub, we feel so slippery. Slippery means we slip down something on our hands, we feel such things. What are the now general properties of bases? What are the general properties of bases? How they look like? What are the tests? What are the properties? Important things about bases. They are bitter in taste. They turn phenolphthalein solution pink. Phenolphthalein is also an indicator that we are going to read just in this lecture previously or thereafter, the bases as it comes complete. They are soapy to touch. They are corrosive in nature. Corrosive, that means if they are harmful for us, if we touch them, we should that causes skin disease, maybe burnt. They turn red litmus solution blue, and during bases, what happens if reaction occurs? They turns red litmus blue. They turn beetroot solution green. They have a property that for this beetroot property, beetroot turns solution green. They turn turmeric pepper red. You know turmeric, what is this? Is also a natural indicator, and turmeric in Hindi we used to call it haldi. That is turmeric pepper red. Now what are the uses of bases? The uses of some typical bases are described below. These are some of the important uses of bases. First base is sodium hydroxide, that is caustic soda. Caustic soda we can say, or NaOH. It is used in paper and pulp industry. Second, it is used for the manufacturing of rayon. It is used for manufacturing other chemicals. It is used in soap and detergent industries. This is about the uses of a sodium hydroxide being base. Therefore, the next comes calcium hydroxide. Slaked lime, we can say CaOH2. CaOH2 is a formula of calcium hydroxide. It is used to neutralize the acidity in soils. It is used for protecting agriculture crops from pests. So we were here. It is used for protecting agriculture crops from pests. It is an ingredient in which whitewash and mortar. So these are the uses of calcium hydroxide. Next comes aluminium hydroxide. Aluminium hydroxide means NH4OH. It is used to remove grease from window panes. It is used as a reagent in chemistry laboratory. It is used to remove ink spots from clothes. These are the uses being done by ammonium hydroxide as an base, as a reactor. Now what comes? This is the next differences between acid and bases. If you are going to compare this on the basis of property like first test, litmus test, then phylophenol, chemical formula and reactions, then what we get, what we find is that acids are sour in bitter and bases are bitter. Sour in taste, acids are sour in taste and bases are bitter in taste. Next, litmus test changes while reaction acid with litmus paper. We see that the paper changes blue litmus to red, and in basic solution it changes from blue to pink, or we can say this one. In phylophenol, it changes red litmus to blue in basic solution. Now what happens with the phylophenol? That is an indicator. It remains colorless in acids and it becomes pink in basic solution. Chemical formula. An acid has a chemical formula with H at the beginning of it, like HCl, and it has a chemical formula with OH at the end of it, like that NaOH, NH4OH, like this. Just we have read about C. The formula is there basic. NH4OH, CaOH2 and NaOH. These are the examples of bases. Reaction. React with bases to form salt and water, and while with base the reaction, when it reacts with acids, they get also form salt and water. Now aluminum hydroxide, AlOH3, it is used for preparing antacids and it is used in textile industry. These are the main uses of bases we find in our daily life. Now the next topic comes, its indicator. The word indicator means only that it can define something which is very special for someone, of why that we can just look after, or we can guess what these problems or we have to overcome, and what are the special which having different substances they can identify. We know that acids are sour while bases are bitter in taste, but we cannot test all substances to find whether they are acidic or basic in nature. That is why, if it is because some substances may be harmful to us, also it may be dangerous to touch each and every substance. To overcome this problem, special type of substances are called indicators, and these indicators are used to get to know the chemical nature of substances. So with the use of indicators, we can just suggest whether the chemical substance is acidic or basis in solution. Now the next comes, what are indicators? Indicators are special substances that have different colors in acidic and basic mediums. Thus, they are used to test whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature. These indicators are also called acid-base indicators because this type of indicators help us to identify whether the chemical substance is acid or base. Now the next is litmus, turmeric and China rose. Petals are naturally occurring indicators, and phylloxylin and methyl orange are indicators prepared in laboratory. So we can say these are the natural we can get. We have just we can say form, these are the all natural we can see, and these are the synthetic indicators, methyl orange and phylloxylin, just we have derived from laboratory. Just we can say we have absorbed them in the laboratories. Now the next word comes is natural indicators. Litmus as an indicator. How we can say that whether a litmus is an indicator? Litmus is a commonly used indicator. It is purple dye which comes from lichens, a paper soaked in litmus solution and dried in litmus paper. So litmus, if we are taking litmus solution, we know that while just we are performing activity with litmus paper, if acid solution is there, then what happens? Litmus paper turns to in acidic solution it turns to red, and whether if it is basic solution it turns to blue. We have already learned about it previously. Then turmeric, this is a common word used in our daily life, and we can say it haldi powder can also be used as an indicator for identifying acid or basis. Turmeric is yellow in neutral solution. We can say as we just dissolve turmeric in water, it will be yellow in color. So what happens if we react we can say differently in acidic and basic solution? In reaction with acidic solution, it does not changes its color. No changes in color seen while they are put in acidic. But when it reacts with basic, it changes, it turns to red. This is the, we can say exactly what happens being turmeric as an indicator. Next comes the red cabbage as an indicator. Red cabbage juice turns blue in a basic solution, but it shows a distinct red color in the acidic solution. This is the differences we can see of red cabbage juice. If we put in basic solution, it changes to blue, and if we put in acidic solution, it changes to red color. Now the next comes China rose as an indicator. China rose extract can also be used as acid base indicator for identify acid and bases. China rose solution gives dark pink color with acid and yellowish green color with base. While if we take China rose, you know it's a type of a flower, and if we extract the juice of China rose, so we should get dark pink color if acid is present in it with acid, and with base if we get yellowish green color. This is the color formation, or we can say reaction, if it does along with the base and salt. Now the next comes is synthetic indicators. In addition to natural indicators, some synthetic indicators are also used to test for acid and bases. Methyl orange and phylloxylin are common synthetic indicators. So, what are synthetic indicators? They are simple, just according to that, used for test in laboratory with acid and bases, and they are the common. Phenolphthalein, human made indicator. Phenolphthalein is a natural dye. It is prepared by dissolving it in alcohol and its solution is colorless. Phenolphthalein, if we are taking, then it is, if we dissolve in alcohol, no color changes, its solution is colorless. Next, the comes is methyl orange. Methyl orange is a synthetic indicator. Methyl orange is a synthetic indicator. It has orange color in neutral solution. It turns red in acidic solution and yellow in basic solution. So what does the color changes when they are just in addition to acidic or basic? So methyl orange, when having change, we can say that having contact or react with acidic solution, it turns to red, while it having with the basic solution, it turns to yellow. In neutral solution, it having a orange color changes in it. So these are the color changes of methyl orange we can see. Universal indicator. A universal indicator is a mixture of indicator so chosen so that it gives a different color for different pH values. The indicator can be used as a liquid or can be soaked in paper. This we can call universal indicator, and this paper is called pH paper. When a pH paper is dipped in an acid or a base, the color obtained can be matched with the help of the nature of acid and bases. It depends on all the natures of the acid, what type of the pH of their values occurs. As the increases, the color increases gradually, and as the pH value decreases, the color changes gradually. So for today, till here we have completed. On this short notice, I would like to say you that some more points are remaining on this chapter, and that we are going to discuss in next lecture. But on the basis of this lecture, I have assigned a simple questions for you that you have to complete in your assignment. Just have a look after that. Yesterday I have given you this tick the right options to as an assignment. Today I am giving you fill in the blanks. The basis turns dash litmus to dash. An effective antacid contains dash. The base which is dash in water is called alkali. Dash helps in indigestion. Dash and dash are synthetic indicators. Then write true for T for true and F for false statement. Acidic materials test bitter, whereas basic materials test sour. Methyl orange give pink color with base. It will be true or false, suggest and do the answer. Next, baking soda is an acid and a salt solution that turns red cabbage juice is basic in nature. Is it true or false? Sting of an ant contains acetic acid. This is fill in the blanks, and next one is true false and for the false statement. The next comes is match the column. Match the column. Acid with this one of this, alkali maybe this, turmeric, methyl orange and sting. And the answers here: dissolving water, formic acid, synthetic indicator, natural indicator, Sorin test. So according to today's chapter, I think this is very much comfortable that you can complete these three assignments. Fill in the blanks is true, false and match the columns. And I think it will be easier for you to complete. I hope that today you have understood today's lecture and it's quite easier for you to complete this just given assignments. Thank you for today. Have a great and nice day.